part 6 of my homemade steam engine, and I think we're having a malfunction. I think my cylinder is just going back and forth like this. I made a custom valve up here, which I'll show off in part 7, but it does seal off the air when it's not using it. So anyway, we are at 65 psi, the highest I've tried it at yet, with a 5 horsepower, 22 gallon air compressor, and I'm hoping not to die. So I'm gonna have to set down the video to start it. Let's see if I can get it in shot. Well, how about that? Hold it. See, my piece of tape is just wobbling. I don't think it's going all the way around. But I got air coming out of this. It sounds nice. My oil tank. And I'll turn it around. I think it's just going back and forth though. I don't think it's turning all the way. So I need help knowing why it's doing that. I'm going to do a part 7 in a minute once my air runs out. We're currently at 50 psi. And see exactly, my oil assembly is sucking right now, but I don't have nothing in it. So I have it open just so it's easy. But here, I'm going to cut it off real quick and show you how easy it is to start. So I line my blue tape up at the bottom. I'm going to kickstart it. So air's in. It starts pretty effortlessly, and I like my muffler choice. It sounds like a glass pack. And I have a boiler upstairs, by the way. That's also going to be featured in part 7. Just listen to that puppy roar. I mean, here's it if I cut it off. And I need to mount it on something a hair bit heavier. And YouTube, I can't honestly tell, me and my dad, if this is just going back and forth, or if it's, we have a cutoff. When it gets low PSI, it tends to cut off. If it's just going back and forth, or if it's, actually turning all the way around. So I'm going to fire it up again. Here at the end, it gets kind of pitiful. We're at, let's see, that's 40 PSI. I've never had it cut off this high. Maybe something I said. And by the way, my valve here has a air compressor fitting. I bought $20 worth of pieces today from Lowe's. And I had a very helpful associate, if you Lowe's people are listening. But anyway, 20 bucks. Ooh, a lot of compression. Oh, there you go. Come on now, I know you want to work. This is 40 PSI, quit being stoked. Purely going out the exhaust right now. Shouldn't do it with my finger, that's a bad idea. My favorite way to start is you get the blue tape right here. That's top dead center. My valve is open. And I don't currently have an air compressor. This is my grandfather's. Come on, work. It was never cut off this low before. Let me bring it through the cycle though and show you. This is exhaust. That's intake. That's when it's trying to fight it. I need to put Teflon tape on all this, but you fight it a bit and push it all the way back. Yeah, it isn't going all the way around, folks. I don't know why. You can hear exhaust. I'm down to 20 psi. Mine's a very inefficient engine if it wants to run at 65 psi. When I first built it, it would run right at 40, but I don't know what happened. Maybe it got greedy. But I'm going to eventually run this thing on steam. See if you can build up some pressure. It's purely pressure at this point, because if I build it up, it's leaking out of here, it will... Whee! Just trying to use my exhaust a little bit and get the air. I've been instructed to leave this air compressor empty. When you hear the hiss like that, I'm assuming that's intake. Matter of fact, let me show you something here. With my last few PSI, since I'm relatively low, here's my assembly. Like I said, you only get to see this in a new video. But I'll plug it up real quick. See? That's what's happening in the engine. Every time that cylinder head comes up. Now we're running out of air. This isn't the most efficient valve. It doesn't do it justice though. It really isn't leaking too much. It's just very loud. We're down right at about 5 psi. Yeah, see, there we go. I lost it now. It won't. It can hold itself up, but at this point we have so low psi it just falls back. See? And basically, I have just a quick release valve on this. Pops it right out. Look at that thing, still holding the air for me. I was told to use a check valve, but it didn't work out. So this is, I guess, the first official run. I'm just letting all the air come out now. The first official run. It almost kind of works. Haven't really done too much there, but I have a boiler. So I'm going to go upstairs and do part 7 of Homemade Steam Engine, Mr. Three-Wheeled Bikes. Yeah. So anyway, brought to you by a beautiful car. And another one to this side. So, yeah. Just to check my PSI. We're at 0. So yeah, mission accomplished. Homemade Steam Engine, part 6.